mixed martial arts. MMA. There will be a fight soon. Two men enter, and Rumble 365 is how we get there.
He's working his stance and just different techniques on how to block and move and get away from the punches.
You slip to this side, you load it on this side.
As a wrestler, it's hard to pick this stuff up right away.
Oh, so you're ready to go the other one.
All wrestlers are just used to taking it down. So
two in a row.
it's hard to catch on to at first.
Come on. There you go. Good body, go high low. There you go. Good.
There's only one or two wrestlers making money in this world. My friend Jordan Burroughs and Jake Varner. They're Olympic champs, you know. That's very hard to do. If you're not an Olympic champ, it's hard to make money. So the next pro thing for us is mixed martial arts. All of us have been adapting from Dan Henderson to Jon Bones Jones. The list goes on and on and on. Chael Sonnen, on and on and on. You know, wrestling is one of the superior bases for the sport of MMA. And, you know, I got in there. I like competing. You know, I like fighting. I like the barbaric sport of it. So I thought it would be perfect for me.
What do you shoot off of? Okay, so you go orthodox. Start with your best. Your best aspect is your shot. So here's your shot. Now we're moving to stance. And then we'll just work on your stance from there. Okay? You want to start with something you're good at. Start there, and then if you want to switch, let's try and work on staying orthodox before you switch. For a while. All right?
What motivates me? I have a lot that motivates me. I have a son, you know, that I live 3,000 miles away, and I don't get to see him. You know, only part I can be in his life is financially, you know. So every day that I'm training, I just think of him, you know. I think of my mom. I can't see my mom. My grandma, my great-grandma, you know. So I think about my family, you know. That motivates me a lot.
Is it hard for a wrestler to learn to hold their hands up by their face? Is that?
Yeah, because they're so when they attack, they drop their hands for the shot, you know. So I think that's where he's getting extended, because he's used to when he attacks on a shot, you extend your arms. So he's got some stuff to work on, but he's at the right place. We're gonna teach him right.
He's competing as an amateur right now because he has very little experience standing up and punching. He's a professional caliber athlete, but he needs to learn the striking game and the Muay Thai and the grappling, and he's relatively new at that. So, yeah, the challenge is finding somebody who can do well enough to make an actual fight out of it. We do have a pool of guys. And I think people are going to want a shot at him. They're going to want a shot to test themselves. So I may have to actually get two guys in case one drops out, that he still has a fight on January 12th. But it's going to be exciting. Guys want a challenge. Competitors want a challenge. Fighters want a challenge. One punch can end a fight. It doesn't matter who you're going against. They call it a puncher's chance. It only takes one punch to win a fight. So anyone can win this fight. Anyone can win a fight, and that's the most exciting thing about the fight game as opposed to other professional sports. You pretty much know who's going to win in the NFL, in the NBA, in Major League Baseball over the long haul. You already know based on the roster. And you can have a hunch in the fight game, but one punch, one roll, one takedown can change the whole thing, and someone gets tired, game over. So I think that's why this sport is so appealing to people, is you don't really know what's going to happen. It's the ultimate in reality, and it's actual fighting. It's the oldest sport ever.
And you got to stay loose. That's another thing. You got to stay. You start getting tight like that, and then it's just sucking all that oxygen into your muscles. So after a while, you'll see, like if you see Anderson Silva, they're all loose. It's a lot less energy when you're loose like that, and it'll take a while to get comfortable to be loose. But so you got one hand down. This left one's staying down, or this one's up and this one's staying down. This one's in with that hook on this side? Yeah. Okay, so both of them got to stay here. And then when you're punching, you kind of, like your arms are out. That's why these uppercuts and hooks are working. So you got to punch from your face. Boom, every time I punch, I'm coming back to my face. Like so. If I hook, it's all coming right back to here. So don't get caught up, don't go boom and hang out here, or come here to here, always back, touch your face. If you're moving around, like when you're sparring, touch your face. If you touch your face, your hands are up. So I'll always be like this. When you punch. It's looking better though, man.
You want a bag at the same time.
How you feel, Jamelle?
I feel all right. I need more work. Probably this more than anything. Just stand up. I learn a lot. I learn a lot every day, though.
That wasn't that.
Kick him in the nuts.
Did I really kick him in the
I got that on video.
It was my first, no lie, that's the first time I ever threw a kick. No training.
Jamelle's first MMA fight will be in Arena Rumble Rising Stars. There are 10 fights on the card for Arena Rumble Rising Stars, and Jamelle is slated to be a headliner. But finding an opponent for Jamelle is proving to be difficult for Arena Rumble promoter Brady Nelson.
The hard part about matching up Jamelle is he's a 3-time college All-American wrestler. He's a 2-time national champion. He's physically dominating. So to find somebody who can give him a good fight, but at the same time, he's relatively inexperienced as a striker. He's a elite level ground guy. So finding the right opponent for him is going to be difficult. So I think we'll have something locked up for him in the next few days, but right now we don't have anything for him. And as the matchmaker as well, it's important to put on a good show for the fans. So you don't want someone who can't go to the ground, because the fight will be over in 2 seconds.
Jamelle Jones down here in the second period. One point, Jamelle Jones puts him on top here in the second period.
Don't want to slow down. Move those feet. Move those feet.
because Jamelle's probably one of the most explosive guys we've had come through here in my 16th year. You watch him wrestle, very not laid back on the mat. I mean, he goes after people and very explosive. So I think that talent lends itself, to the octagon. It jumps back into having the advantage of being a wrestler, how to keep that pressure, how to take the wind out of the guy, how to really wear him out down there.
But everyone wants to take a fight and they think they can win. And there's not a lot of guys with his wrestling experience in the United States, let alone in Spokane, Washington, or Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, or Missoula, or anywhere in the driving vicinity. There's not a lot of guys who have competed at that level. There's very few guys in the UFC who are decorated wrestlers like this. I mean, Jamelle was the #1 rated wrestler in his age group 5 years in a row in high school all the way to his senior year. He was the #1 rated 197-pounder in the country, or 184-pounder in the country. Same thing when he went to college, the #1 rated 197-pounder for 3 years. So he's always been the best at his weight class. Jamelle won 5 high school national championships.
He had to have been in what weight class did he wrestle?
197.
Wow.
So he's about 223 right now. He's going to fight at 205.
Wow.
So, yeah, he was 197, but when I first saw him, he was wrestling against a 285 in college. He was like the #2 ranked 285 in NAIA and just mauled him. He's too fast for those big guys. So.
And the first fight is January.
Next is January 12th.
Is he the main event, or how do you do that?
Well, I mean, yeah, he basically is. I have other guys who are experienced who are going to go, and right now we're trying to find a good opponent for him because you can see, as a former wrestler, you can see an obvious matchup problem. Anyone who has never wrestled has no chance. Mm-hmm. So he's got so much experience wrestling. I got to find someone who can wrestle at least enough to where when they go down, it's not just finished. They have a chance of getting up.
How long has he been practicing MMA stuff to know the submission holds, to know all that stuff?
He entered, so he won the national championship in 2008 in college. And after that, he took 2 years off, and he entered some pro jiu-jitsu submission tournaments with zero training. And there were some clips on the internet I saw of him. So I saw him at 19, just this freak, and tossing guys around. And I think he went like 17-4 in pro jiu-jitsu. But that's basically a sheer athleticism and strength. I mean, there's a lot of stuff he didn't know. I mean, there was even he carried some guy off the mat.